When you're wrapping your hand, check for the seams or for any writing by the thumb attachment. If you see any writing in the seams on it, you then wrap. Make sure it touches your skin so the Velcro can be placed on correctly at the end. Then you wrap 3 times around your wrist. Make a tight fist, squeeze it tight so it will be tighter around the wrist. If you don't like that, you don't have to do that. If you're sensitive about that tightness, wrap 4 times around your knuckles. Also, make sure if you have smaller hands, then you can wrap more times around the wrist and knuckles if you have smaller hands. Because depending on the hand wraps, you might have longer length wraps. And if you have smaller hands, that helps with that. After that, you wrap around your thumb. Then after you wrap around your thumb, you're going to cover your skin a little bit and then use the bridge from your thumb to your wrist to wrap between your fingers. Starting from the farthest fingers from your thumb, being your pinky finger and your ring finger. After that, you're going to wrap between your ring finger and your middle finger, and then you're going to wrap between your middle finger and your index finger. After that, you're going to wrap over your work tightly. Also make sure your wraps are not as wrinkly like mine are. Yeah, you wrap over your work tightly so that your hard work doesn't come spilling out like zombie guts. After that, all your remainder parts of your hand wraps all go to your wrist. I like to do like a little X shape around my wrist for extra wrist protection. But yeah, all the leftovers go around your wrist, and as you can see, you can put on the Velcro very easily because you did not make that mistake that I mentioned about not wrapping it against your skin, the words that are or the seams, I mean. But yeah, you can see that's how it looks. This one's going to be a bit more complicated, but basically you're going to make a tight fist and wrap only once around your wrist. Once you make a tight fist, just wrap once around the wrist only, and then we're going to go straight to the knuckle part. Like I said, this point is going to be a bit more complicated, but we're going to be adding padding to your knuckles with the wraps itself. This will shrink any remaining leftover amounts of hand wraps when we reach the very end and add padding to your knuckles. So you're going to use your thumb. It's a very tricky thing. You're going to use your thumb and your pinky finger to hold the wraps like so as you add layers of padding with the wraps. So you're going to fold it over your knuckles like this, using your thumb and your pinky to hold it together. Depending on the hand wraps you have, this will be definitely a trial and error kind of thing. So it'll take a few tries for you to get used to it and be adjusted to this. And depending on your length of the hand wraps, depends on how much padding you can do. I did only 5 for this one, so I'd just be like, okay, 1 fold, 2 fold, all the way to 5. And it'll take some trial and error to master it, but you can do it. And this will also add some very good wrist protection as well as shrink any remaining hand wraps you have for the end. You'll wrap very tightly. I recommend very tightly around your work you did right there. If not, it will spill out. Then you cover any ugly parts, wrap around your thumb. Then we're going to wrap between the fingers. This part's going to be different. We're going to be twisting the finger parts around so it's not covering, because if you don't twist it, it can cover your fingers a bit. So we're going to twist it around here so it's not covering your fingers. I don't mind it normally, but if you don't like it, then this is how you do it. You just do 2 little twists and then go between your fingers. If you're not careful, you're going to mess up the Velcro placement, causing you to twist it at the end. But yeah, you wrap over your work very tightly so it doesn't come spilling out like zombie guts. Then any remainder you got, you wrap around your wrist. And as you can see, very low remainder, because all the extra wrapping went straight to the knuckles for padding. And yeah, that's how you do it. Quick tips if you are a parent or you yourself want to join boxing and you want to get your own hand wraps. Be careful with the hand wrap size you buy, because there's a good chance you're going to buy hand wraps that are way too small for you. It's actually better if the hand wraps are bigger for you, except if it's for a kid. But then that comes with its own separate issue of, well, the kid might end up being given hand wraps that are just even too small for them. So I recommend for kids, like if they're 8 years old to about early, I would say maybe late elementary school, get them if I remember the length sizes correctly, the medium is 140. I probably misremembering that. But yeah, I would recommend getting the medium length 140 hand wraps for little kids, because if you get the 120 length, you might end up getting ones that are even shorter, which will just not even fit the little kid themselves at all. And if you're someone with average hand size to big hands, the basic long length hand wraps, the 180s, are perfectly fine. As for what hand wraps you can get, my team primarily uses the ringside basic yellow hand wraps, although I have been buying and using these, I'll put in a link in the description, but they're from another boxing brand, and they actually got some, I wouldn't say got glowing reviews, but the reviews are pretty good from the boxers I've been giving them to, as well as letting them borrow too. So yeah, I would recommend that. And yeah, that's about it for that part. You can buy knuckle paddings like these, or you can buy foam and use them as padding for your knuckles instead, but I prefer using the hand wraps as padding. That's just my opinion, but hey, we all have our own opinions. You can leave yours down in the comments below. And yeah, give it a like if this was helpful for you.